sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Carr going to throw right away. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert now. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is to go.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malone Nichols in there to take him down.
But it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for his first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about a quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
After the sack on first down, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, Jacobs once more. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Complete to Hilton. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open board beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a play fake. Carr. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Out to his left. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Here's Herbert. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert will find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. third down. Here's Eckler. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. A quick throw caught by Godwin. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They snap it to Herbert. Steps away to his touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 14, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr now to throw. The open man here, Renfro. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Raiders 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offense?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, he's got a little damp. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. For these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 5 now. Carr, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
The Carr's throw complete here to Waller. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, running and catching, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Carr. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Complete to Hunter Renfrow.
Here's Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now here is another interception. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 38, Raiders 14.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
7:34. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. He'll get it inside the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 36 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
To throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On 1st down, Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now Carr. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. To throw, it's Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. Now Carr, got to have this one. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From his own end zone, Herbert. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
It's a gain of 35.
One final try now for Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And as this defense